Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. This video is for educational purposes only. I am covering the case out of Rogersville, Tennessee, missing Summer Wells, Hawkins County. Summer Wells would be 7 years old. She has been missing since June 15, 2021. Everyone that comments in this chat, please be kind to everyone. We say no to violence. No violence whatsoever. Let's talk about Don Wells. Don Wells, Summer's father. Well, Don Wells was just speaking on a YouTube channel last night. It appears that Don Wells was under the influence. A YouTube channel called Jenkies Rumor Has It. So credit for them. I'm going to play a clip, and it came from their channel. Now, Don Wells was talking about Fred Hill, and he made threats at Fred Hill. Unbelievably threats. I cannot believe that Don Wells would be threatening Fred Hill, but he did. And he also shared a lot about his feelings on Fred Hill. If you guys don't know who Fred Hill is, that is a neighbor of Don and Candus Wells in Hawkins County, right around where Summer Wells went missing. But I'm going to share this clip with you right here, right now. And also credit to the YouTube channel Ziggy, who actually spoke to Fred Hill, who was in jail, by the way, just got arrested, but was able to get an image of him via the the telephone jailhouse phone call. So I'm using that photo. Credit to Ziggy for that. So check this clip out, and then we will further discuss.
Fred Hill, that's where Fred Hill is now. A block. He's probably got my old cell. A05.
Dang.
From what I heard, though, he's in there for protection reasons, though, ain't he?
That's what they told me.
I reckon he got pretty. He got a rude awakening when he come in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that story. He probably ripped somebody off. Is what it is.
We probably found somebody in there that he'd already ripped off, and they's like, "Hey,
well, people in there might be
here."
mad at him for other things
Exactly.
going on the outside.
Fred Hill used to roam around. I'd get up, like if I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning or something and looking around, he'd be out on somebody's horse with a flashlight, riding around for who knows what reason.
That's weird.
All night long. I caught him one time. I went to talk to him. I've talked to him several times because I thought he has to know something. I caught him on other people's property, taking stuff from other people's property.
Oh, that's what he's doing on the horse then with a flashlight.
Well, he has a golf cart, and he was on the golf cart and taking people's stuff from other people's property. And I never said nothing till this point.
Yeah. Well, hell, I mean, the truth is the truth, and to be honest with you, somebody gets hooked on that meth, and he'll say anything in that daggum jail to say what he's got to say. That's why, you know what? I'm like, I'm taking his word with a grain of salt because I think he's jonesing to get out of there to get drugs.
Of course.
So, I'm like, well, I want an end to this, and I want a resolution, but, I want Summer to be okay. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want him to be lying and just trying to get out of jail and trying to work some kind of deal or something. That ain't cool at all.
He's been lying since day one.
But I don't trust him either, though. I don't.
I've been up to his house several times trying to get answers, and he started talking about meth monkeys out in the woods and everything else, stirring me off in the wrong direction. I mean, all kinds of wild stories he'd tell me, and I just leave there.
Another one. How do we know he's not even making this? Dead men tell no tales, right?
Exactly. He's just trying to get notoriety, money on his books. That's all he cares about.
And I thought it was convenient when I found out that old Cotton was dead.
Exactly. He's going to blame it on the dead man. Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Sometimes people will do things to get the look off themselves. Blame it on a dead person. That's a good way to go about it.
Well, I'll guarantee you the detectives are trying to talk to him, but he keeps talking him way out in left field somewhere, and that's why I want to beat his ass so bad. Because he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance. Because he got meth heads going in and out of our road day and night, all day long, all night long. And he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance. And he wants to sit there and talk crazy. The boy needs his ass beat.
Yeah, he probably gonna get that.
He needs it.
Eventually, he gonna get that.
He's looking at probably a decade in the pen, so
yeah, he's
well,
he'll get his fair share.
He wants to play games after my daughter's disappearance.
That's what's so bad about it.
Yeah, exactly. When the police was up there at my house, I says, "You're not going to go knock on Fred Hill's door or some of these meth heads around here?" I says, "Then let me the fuck out of the way, and I'll go do it myself." And they says, "Well, we can't stop you, Mr. Wells. You're a free man." I said, "Yeah, that's right." And I went over there and I drove to his house, and I about kicked the fucking door in. And he's like, oh, yeah. Well, I seen some meth heads up there on the ridge and blah, 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 and talking all kinds of crazy. Yeah.
That seems awful suspicious to me.
Cannot get a straight answer out of him for nothing. And here he is playing games again on Ziggy's Live and everything else. Cannot get a straight answer out of him.
I watched that because I was trying to watch his body language and to see how he was acting. And I noticed he'd start getting anxious and he'd start rocking. That's a self-soothing mechanism. And if you study people's body, yes, when people start rocking, that's a self-soothing mechanism when they're nervous or lying, possibly. So
you know what? I can get a hold of the behavior panel and ask them what they think about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ask him to watch that because another thing is he kept fluttering his eyes like he'd flutter his eyes real fast. Like I studied psychology in college, and I'm telling you, like watch for that rocking. That's a self-soothing thing that people do when they're guilty. That Shanann Watson's husband, he did that same thing whenever he was being interviewed on TV. He was rocking, and that is to try to like calm yourself down. It's subconscious. You don't even realize you're doing it.
Right, exactly.
It's like rocking your foot, tapping your foot, or sitting there jittering your knee.
You notice little kids or something, you know. If their
I will call Greg and ask him what he thinks, and I will definitely get back with y'all on that for sure.
Yeah, you need to.
I will definitely do
right.
that.
He is also detoxing at this time when he was there rattling off. So
he's a everyday user. He shoots that crap in his arm.
Yeah, and it's
so he's probably been sick for the last week. Yeah, for the last 2 weeks.
I felt sorry for him, and I give him a black truck. I says, "You haul that stuff off, whatever, because I didn't want to clutter up my driveway." He hauled that crap off. I says, "The motor's good. It's a brand new motor, bored 30,000 over. And all he needed to do is put a harmonic balancer in it." But he hauled it straight to the junkyard for meth. I think it was, oh man, I don't know.
See, that's the thing. And that affects your brain. So, he's not going to be thinking straight in his head for a little while.
That's right.
And honestly, the best place he could be is jail because
absolutely, I agree with you 100% on that.
I mean,
that's right.
At least they'll keep him off that crap for his head to get right, and maybe he might have an answer to something, and then they can give him a lie detector test, and then maybe they'll get somewhere.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was a lot of traffic coming in and out of our hauler because of Fred Hill. He needs to own up to this shit. That fucking asshole needs to own up that he's the fucking reason that all that traffic was coming in and out of our hauler. And I want to beat his ass so bad and make him realize this.
Wow. Don says a lot. First off, we say no to violence. I don't know why Don Wells would be threatening Fred Hill. Do you think Fred Hill's involved in the disappearance of Summer Wells? Yes or no? Do you think Don Wells is involved with the disappearance of his own daughter? Yes or no? Let's have a conversation in the chat. I want to know what your thoughts are about Don Wells's recent, I'll call it ramblings towards Fred Hill. I am covering this case extensively. Don Wells, by the way, is in Arkansas with Candus. They left the state of Tennessee. They're in Springdale, Arkansas, making YouTube videos from a hotel room. And Don has said that he has to go back to Tennessee to see some sort of probation officer. I don't know what's going on there. Are authorities zeroing in on Don Wells? Is he a suspect or not in this Summer Wells case? Covering it extensively. Check out my Summer Wells playlist. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.